I want to cover, there's something I do want to get your take on. I brought it up at the beginning, this Kari Lake leaked audio. She's having a conversation with the state Republican chairman right now. And I want to just play a piece of it. Jeff DeWit. Jeff DeWit actually was the CFO of the 2016 campaign for those and he had been the state treasurer of Arizona. He's the chairman now. This is him talking right to Kari Lake.
Assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people that want to keep you out.
Oh no, they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So this conversation never happened.
This is crazy though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This is wrap. Don't go. Do you ever though? I'll get myself in trouble. This, if you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
I won't doubt that either.
So here's what, in my 30 years of doing campaigns, he keeps saying the people back east want this to happen. Now, I've known party officials that want to push people out of a race and all this stuff, or donors or whatever. This sounded like something out of a movie on the mafia, and them saying, we're going to pay you to go away. Like, I've never, ever seen something like this. It's troubling. It's illegal. And I got to tell you, Kari Lake scored a lot of points in this one for saying, I'm doing this for the right reason. It's nothing going to get me out. You've been involved in campaigns. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, I have not. And I'm not a lawyer of any kind, and certainly not a criminal attorney. And so I don't know if, I'm sure somebody is looking into it now that this tape has become public. And I just got to wonder about the circumstances. Clearly it's a very clean audio recording. It's not over the phone. Right. It's in person. And so I don't know the circumstances of this. Did Kari Lake have reason to believe that this conversation was going to take place and decided to tape it for her own protection? I don't know.
I'm glad you brought that up because if you listen to the 10-minute version of the tape, and I tweeted it out, there's two versions that have been floating around online, the 5 and the 10. The 10, they're together. They literally walk out together. And at least it sounds as though they're the only two in the room. I have talked to sources very close to, without getting into it, that authenticate it. It's real. It's not, I wondered if it was AI. Nope, it's real. And it doesn't sound like anyone else is in the room, which means, because they move outdoors, they're inside in the tape, and then you can tell they're walking down and Jeff DeWit gets into his car. Meaning that there's only two possibilities. Either Jeff DeWit taped it or Kari Lake or somebody around Kari Lake taped it, because they're moving from inside to out. So you would have had to have a listening device to do this. I watch enough Matlock and Law and Order that
Matlock.
But I feel like you're right. Maybe it was like, hey, I know that I'm being set up again. I want to have this. But this idea that there are people out east that set him up is troubling. And I think that, I hope that we get to the bottom of this, that maybe it's real, maybe it's not, but the idea that somebody is offering money to get someone out of a race is a big deal.
Yeah. It is a big deal. And, the way in the tape, the way that the back east is referred to, and I think, in Western states like Arizona, when people use the phrase people back east, it's meant sort of as a phrase of mistrust. Like, those back east people, they don't have our best interests at heart. And they talk about them like they're the shadowy figures who are, out to do harm.
I just took it as a DC thing.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't think that people use that phrase to describe DC people as well-intentioned either.
No.
And so, I think what it really does is, the criminal aspect aside, because again, I don't know if it's a crime or not to have done this, but what it does really is just underscore what Kari Lake's message is, and what a lot of MAGA type candidates' message is that the establishment is out to get us. They know that we are a threat to their grip on power. And I think this just underscores that. I mean, what a powerful tape it is for Kari Lake's efforts out there. And it just, boy, it's a mess. When I heard this thing, I was chatting about it and texting with other Republican campaign types that I know. And everybody's like, man, can you believe this tape? It's out of control.